Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this beautiful spring morning. Mother Nature, it's still a little cold outside, but I'm happy that you're here with me. I have my North Face on just to get my body nice and loose. So if you have a hoodie, you have something that can cover you for a little bit before you get nice and loose, and then you can take it off for free. Today we will be using a chair. So if you have a chair or a couch or a wall, whatever is more preferable for you, we're going to jump right into the workout. Somebody did mention earlier that they wanted to sit today, which is perfectly fine. We're going to modify some exercises as we go. I had something set up, but this is why it's called fitness, because you never know what's going to happen. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, everyone's going to just take a seat, and we're going to start our warm up from here. If you're at a more advanced level, feel free to stand up. I'm going to just be alternating, so whatever's more preferable for you is what you're going to follow. If you want to sit, you sit. If you want to stand with me, you stand with me. Doesn't matter to me. Remember, this is tailored to you. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to open up our shoulders, and we're going to just roll them back. So this is more just a demonstration, so you can sit and look at me in front of the camera. And we're going to start with some baby circles. And what I want you to do is I want you to really dig into your back and your shoulder blades. So remember, we're just going to take it back, and we're going to do this 5 times. And 5. And then we're going to stop, and now we're going to take it forward now. So I'm going to go towards the camera, and I'm going to go towards you with my shoulder rolls. We're going to take that 5 times. We're going to take it nice and slow. And what I really want you to do is just press into your shoulder blades and your upper back muscles. We'll do 2 more. 5, excellent. All right. And now we're going to alternate. So we're going to go forward, and then we're going to go back, and that's going to be 1, and we're going to take that 5 times now. So at the beginning, we went backwards, and now we went forwards, and now we're going to alternate now. So the first one is going to go forward and back, and that's going to be your 1. And again, I want you to just loosen up this part of your upper body. We're going to work on our lower half in a little bit. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 2 more, and 5. Excellent. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to come up now, and we're going to start to roll a little bit. So this is going to open up your shoulder blades a little bit more, especially ball and socket joint and the upper shoulder and all those muscles. So we're going to start out very small, and I'm going towards you guys, like I'm going towards the camera. And we're going to just start out nice and small. If you have any shoulder mobility issues, again, only go up until where your limitation is. Don't over force it, or don't overexert yourself, just because, again, this is the warm up. We're just getting our bodies nice and warm. We're trying to get our heart rates up. And then little by little, what we're going to do now is we're just going to open up that circle until it's bigger and bigger and bigger until you can't go anymore. And then when I say stop, we're just going to bring it in. So just go a little bit more, hold up for a couple more seconds. And again, I'm going towards you guys. And we're going to stop. All right. What you're going to do is now you're going to bring the shoulder blade back. I'm working on my right-hand side right now. We're just going to go back and go forward twice. And now we're going to go take the left side, and we're going to go back. And we're going to go forward now. And again, this could all be done seated. This could be done standing. And then we're going to come up again. And now I went forward before, so now we're going to take it backwards now. So again, so I'm going in the opposite direction now. And I'm working on those small circular motions. Excellent. And we're going to go a little bit more. And we're going to gently stop. Excellent, guys. All right. So at this point, upper body should be a little bit loose. All right. Now we're going to focus on the head and the neck. So what we're going to do is we're going to just slowly, we're going to turn our head to the left-hand side. And you're going to tense up the muscles here. And you're just going to hold it for about 3 seconds. And then we're going to come forward to look at the camera. And then we're going to look to the right. Okay. Good rule of thumb is like your chin should be touching your shoulder. Kind of like in fighting when people blade up. You're just going to gently touch your chin to your shoulder. And hold that so you should feel it here. And again, 3 seconds. And we're going to center. And we're going to do this 2 more times, okay? So we're going to go 1 and 2, and then we're going to do another side. All right, so we're going to go 1. We're going to hold it. With the camera, we're going to go to the right. Forward. We're going to look to our right now. Excellent job. All right, now we're gonna get up, guys. All right. If you are able to, for anyone who wants to remain seated, you can. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna start with a light jog to get our heart rates up. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start moving your upper body and your lower body together. And we're gonna start this for about 10 seconds. So what I really want you to focus on are two things. I want you to make sure that you're getting your legs and your knees off the ground. I want you to make sure that you're moving your upper body. So it should look something like this. And what I want you to do is I want you to focus as your knees come up, I want you to contract your core muscles at the bottom. So your whole body's moving with me now. Again, we're taking it a little bit slower, but we're really focusing on our form. We're focusing on hitting our lower core, even though this is still our warm up, we really want to get our bodies nice and loose. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to take that to 10. Anyone who's seating, or who prefers to remain seated, you're more than welcome to. What you're gonna do is you're gonna scoot your butt a little bit forward, you're gonna keep your back straight, and you're gonna come up, and you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have to work a little bit harder if you are seated. If you're a little bit older, if you're out of shape, or if you're just starting out, it's perfectly fine. And what I want you to do is focus on your breathing and just make sure you bring your heart rate up. Don't overdo it, just enough to get your body nice and sweaty, enough where you get a good increase of breath. And you're gonna do that now. We're gonna take that in 10 strides. All right. So we'll start together. So you guys got a little bit of options. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For all my runners who know me, slow down at 8, 9, and 10. Draw your breath. Excellent. All right, we're gonna stop. Deep breaths, and we're gonna do that one more time. Okay, so we're gonna do our 10 little strides. We're gonna get our heart rates up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna slow it down. And we're gonna come back to self, okay? All right, so for this exercise, jumping into it now, you are going to need your chair, a wall, or something to hang on to. And it's gonna help with your balance and coordination. It's kind of like your safety net. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be focused on our core for the first part of our workout. And don't worry, if anyone has any questions or a modified version, I'll be more than happy to show it. I want to do my first advanced demonstration, and then we'll jump into the next version of it. All right, so one of my favorite exercises I recently just learned, I do a lot of research on Instagram and what influencers are doing and what actually works for people. One thing I actually discovered was in a Pilates class that I was looking online, is doing deep core exercises that were a little bit more slowed down, that you don't have to lay on the floor, you're not doing crunches, you're not hurting your cervical neck, and you're not, overbearing yourself. So what I want you to do now, if you have a chair or if you have a wall, me personally, I like the wall, but for these demonstrations, use a chair. We're gonna have our feet shoulder width apart. If you have the wall, same thing, shoulder width apart. Also hand shoulder width apart, so everything's gonna be in alignment with each other. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grip onto the wall, we're gonna grip onto our chair, we're gonna grip onto the wall, and what we're gonna do is it's kind of like what we were doing with our strides before, which is why I incorporated that into the warm-up. What we're gonna do, we're gonna focus on hitting our core. We're gonna bring our knee up to the core, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna bring the leg down, and we're gonna alternate. And what we're gonna do is when you come up, you're really just gonna focus on contracting this here and contracting your legs here. So it's also core as well as lower body workout. So you're gonna come up, you're gonna hold, 2, hold, 3, hold, and we're gonna alternate. So the first set, we're gonna do this 10 times. We're gonna do it 3 times, so it's gonna be 30 in total. And we're gonna start. So, and now for anyone who would like to remain seated, feel free. You have a couple options. So you can remain here, like you're working on the camera in front of me. You're gonna come up and you're gonna slide your butt all the way down towards the edge of the chair. Don't go up. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna hold your hands out and you're going to lift your leg up. So where you could feel the lower part of your belly contracting. Your hands are just a guide. And you're gonna come up, you're gonna hold, and you're gonna come down. Okay? If anyone has any questions or concerns, feel free to hit me up in the chat, tell Z, or if not, unmute yourself. I'd love to hear from you. And the whole point of this is that we're really focusing on our core. So as you're doing it, I want you to contract as your knees come up. So it's almost doing like, not a crunch necessarily, but it's targeting that lower belly, especially now that the summer's coming. All right, for these purposes, I'm gonna stand. And I'm gonna get it to you guys. Remember, we're doing 30 in total, the first set of 10, so we're gonna start. All right, I'm gonna move a little bit back since I'm a little bit more advanced than you guys. We're gonna hold that chair, hold that wall, we're gonna come up. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. Shake it out, loosen up. My North Face is finally coming off because your girl's nice and warm. So if you have anything, feel free to take it off. This is going to the side. So we're gonna put that over there. Now you're probably able to see a little better what areas it's targeting now. All right. So now that we're nice and loose, we're gonna go back. We're gonna do our second set. Now we're going on to 20 now. So we're gonna start from the top, and we're gonna start with 10 again. So I'm gonna back up. We're here. I'm locked on my chair, on my wall, or my couch, whatever's easier. We're gonna bring that knee up, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. Shake it out with a couple deep breaths. If you want to actually, one thing I'm a firm believer is an active rest. Personally, I don't sit still. So if you want, once you're done with your exercises and you're at your 10, and you want to come and just do a light little walk in place, kind of like everything we've been doing today, a lot of the motions are going to repeat themselves. So we're trying to stay fluid the entire time as we progress into our workout, right? And now we're going to come back and we're going to do our last set. So now we're going on to our 30, okay? So we're going to come here. If you want to actually get out of your comfort zone, which is something I forgot to mention today, my word of, or my phrase of the week is going to be creating momentum and getting out of your comfort zone. So if you want to push a little bit today, feel free. Get out of your comfort zone, do something that you normally wouldn't. So if you're used to sitting, stand, and if you're used to standing, sit. All right, let's go. All right, last 10 guys, and then we're going to switch gears. Okay, so we're going to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, you're going to target here, that lower belly, and you're going to contract those muscles. That's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on core today. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. Going to come back to active rest. I want you to do active rest with me for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to transition. It's not going to be too different. I'm actually just going to I'm going to add another move to what we're doing now. I'm going to hold it. For any of my advanced people, feel free to jog in place, like really get your heart rate up for these purposes. Today's going to be very focused, low intensity, but it's going to be impactful, and that's what we want today. Especially on this cold weather, joint pain, arthritis pain, all that's acting up, old injuries like myself for sports medicine. All right, excellent. We're going to slow down. Deep breaths. All right, and now we're going to transition into our second workout today. All right, so again, we're focusing on our core right now, especially with the summertime, the spring, clothes are coming off, people are going to the beach, they're going away on vacation. All right, so what we're going to do is, we're going to do that same exercise that we did, and I'll show it seated as well as standing. And what we're going to do is, we're going to do the same thing before, except we're going to add a second move to it. And you could obviously tell the next exercise is going to have another move with the same thing added to it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're going to kick out. We're going to come up and we're going to kick out. So not only now are you working your lower abs, you're working your glutes, you're working the side of your body, and also your inner thighs as well. All right, and the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate sides. I can come a little bit closer towards the camera if I need to. So again, we're going to come up and we're going to kick out, almost like a side kick. And if you've been following along with me for any of my workouts, again, a lot of my stuff is compacted movements because, again, simplicity and consistency all together make for a great workout. No need to be doing extravagant things that you don't know what you're doing it for, you're doing wrong. All right, so we're going to come up and we're going to kick out. Another way to tweak this exercise for anybody who's standing, you can come up and come out. Where you see where my knee is actually contracted, I didn't kick out. That's another form of this exercise that you could alternate with. To me, it doesn't matter whether you kick out or if you keep your leg almost like the fire hydrant kick, because you want to target your inner thighs for that one. So if you want to do your full leg, you can come out easily. If you wanna come up and maybe go halfway, and again, just contract here and maybe focus on your glutes as well as your thighs. That's actually something I might do, but either way, I'm okay with either one. All right, so for people who are seating now, this is gonna be a little different for you guys, because again, I'm taking it from standing to seated. So what we're gonna do is, again, you're gonna scoot to the end of your chair, make sure you're flush to the ground. And again, so as we were doing before, we're gonna come up and you're gonna kick out now for you guys. So again, you're gonna be using the same muscle groups, which you're gonna be doing it in a different way. And that's perfectly fine. The whole point of this is a cardio-based exercise. Again, it's about stamina and it's about form and about what muscles we're targeting. Okay, so what you want, you can put your hands out for anyone who is sitting, and we're gonna kick out, we're gonna kick to the side. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna kick to the side. We're gonna come up, so again, we're gonna contract, and then we're gonna kick to the side. We're gonna come up, and we're gonna kick to the side. All right, so hands out, so again, that same contraction, we're gonna come down, and then we're gonna kick out, okay? And what I want you to do is really kind of scoot your butt towards the end of the chair, not to the point where we're gonna fall off, so we don't want. But again, so enough where you're actually incorporating all of your legs. Because again, I understand if there are people with limited mobility or they don't want to walk or whatever, but it is important that you get yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone today and you push a little bit more. For these purposes, I'm gonna stand. Another option you guys can do, if you do get tired, one thing that I like to do is I like to adapt during my exercises, because you never know what could happen. You get a pain, you hurt yourself, you get tired, different energies, different days. Some days you show up and you're ready to, kick some butt on your workout, other days you're just dragging, you can't even get through it. So if you like, you could alternate. You could stand one set, you could sit another set, you could stand, and you could kind of just shake up the pattern for yourself. When you get tired, sit down, do the alternative, it's the same thing. All right, let's go going, guys, all right? So again, we're gonna come up.
Get your math.
We're gonna come up. And for these purposes, because I'm focusing on my glutes and my thighs, I'm gonna keep my leg contracted as I come up. Again, if you wanna come up and do the side kick, feel free, all right? All right, let's start over, just so we can all be on the same set together. So we're gonna go 1. And that's 1, guys. 2. 3. 4. What I really want you to do as you're bringing your legs up, I really want you to squeeze your glutes, your thighs. As you're coming up again, it's not just a little kick that you're throwing out. You're really making sure you contract your muscles as you do it. Okay, we just finish out. Okay. And again, you guys just gonna go till 10, okay? I'm on number 7. 8. 2 more, everybody. Last one. Excellent job. All right, step into your active rest with me. Keep it nice and light. For anyone who's seated, you can just do a little walk in place. Just move your hands a little bit more, get your feet up. And that last 5 seconds, start to slow down, bring heart rate down. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing now. We're gonna do 2 more sets. I'm gonna alternate to my people who are sitting down, who feel that they're incorporated into this workout. So I'm gonna sit now. And again, for all my people who are standing, you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna go to number 10 now, okay? All right, so everyone who's sitting, we're gonna do it together. All right, so we're gonna go 1. 2. For anyone who's, sitting down and doing the kicks, what I want you to focus on is as your leg comes up and you're contracting your core, foot comes down, I really want you to do your best to kick out. So you're gonna tighten up all these muscles as you're kicking out, almost as if you're kicking someone to the side of you. Or if you see like your nosy neighbor and you wanna just like, go away from me, get away. Or like the bug or like something. All right, so that's one. We're gonna go two. And just really focus on your form here. It doesn't have to look perfect, but you just wanna make sure that you target those muscles groups. And here, as I kick out too, you could see like these muscles are the ones that are tensing. So you have your quadriceps, your inner thighs, your hamstrings. And again, we're trying to focus on our belly and our thighs today. All right, so that's number 3. This is 4. And this is great if you want a good abdominal workout where you're not overexerting yourself, but again, you're focusing on your core. So by the end of it, if you're not sore, you did something wrong. All right. Halfway through. Guys are doing great today. Okay. Up. You're gonna hold it. You're gonna come up. Excellent. All right, this is number 7. Ooh, sorry, wrong kick, guys. We're gonna come up. Number 7, 8, 9. One more, everybody. Excellent. One more, guys. Last one. And then we're gonna go to our 30 set. Excellent job. We're gonna come up now. Anyone wants, they can do their active rest. Everything else coming. Okay. So as you guys know, we did our 2 different moves, same exercise, essentially just adding on to it. So now for this third one, I'm gonna add a third little maneuver into that. So you're gonna be targeting more muscle groups and be really toning that body today. All right. So you're gonna do your active rest with me. You're gonna count 10 in your head. You're gonna slow down for 7, 8, and 9, pretty slow, and then you're gonna stop. Okay. 9 and 10. All right, we're gonna bring it down. Okay. Excellent job, everybody. All right. So we got one more set to do. And I'm gonna bring it back to my chair now so we can do this last one standing. We're gonna come up. So before we were doing 1, 2. Now actually what we're gonna do is that same maneuver I was doing as an alternative, we're actually gonna do all 3 together. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come 1, 2, 3. Okay? I'm gonna take it. So all the moves that we did for everyone who was alternating, now we're gonna put everybody together now, so everybody can feel like they're a part of it. Okay, so we're really gonna target your core today, get our glutes nice and tight and getting ready. So 1, 2, and then we're gonna do our little side kick. So again, we're gonna go core, we're gonna go glutes, and we're gonna go side kick. Okay, really hold on to your chair if you can. If you have a wall, trust me, it's a little bit easier. It's almost like doing a little side kick, which is something that we're going to be doing later today in our exercise for the lower half of our body. All right, and now what we're going to do, I'm going to show the seated and the modified version. So again, I know before, this may look a little bit different for people who are seated because again, I'm not standing, but you're going to follow along with me the best you can. All right, so again, we were coming up before, and again, this doesn't change because again, we're hitting our lower abdominals. That's what we want. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and then we went out to the side, right? So what I want you to do now is I want you to come out and extend it out even further now. So before, when I was doing my kick to the side, I was probably going about halfway to kind of simulate my leg going out. What I want you to do, we're gonna go hands out, 1, halfway, come back, and really open up your legs. So we're really gonna open up this half of our body. So it's almost like you're doing, for the people who are seating, it's almost like you're gonna be doing 2 side kicks to the side, except what you're gonna do is you're gonna extend the angle to which you're kicking outwards. Okay, and for people who are seating, this is actually a little bit more challenging. So what I want you to do is only go as much as you can. Don't overextend yourself. Try not to hurt this area, especially with the joints, the pelvic region. So again, if you wanna keep it tight, go 1, 2, 3. That's another alternative too. We're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. So there's 2 versions of this I showed. So you can go 1, 2, 3, which is probably a little more advanced for people who are seated. Again, you could do like a double variation of the kick. So you can go halfway and then you go really out to try to test your leg strength, or you could just keep it very simple. I actually like this version better. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna go out, and then we're gonna kick out. So it kind of does it in baby steps. We're gonna hit our core, we're gonna go out, and then we're gonna do our final kick at the end. Okay? I'm gonna stand up now. So you guys have a couple variations to choose from. Again, listen to your body, listen to what he or she is telling you, what works for you. If a move doesn't work, modify the exercise, cut something out, take it out, delete it. I don't mind. Again, this all comes back to you and your training and what your goals are at the end of the day. I'm just the instructor. All right, everybody. So again, just a demo, one more time standing up, and then we're gonna do our final step before we transition into our exercise. I promise we're gonna get away from the chair for a little bit, or at least standing with the chair. All right, so we're gonna come up. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. All right. So I'm gonna back up a little bit for myself. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So very 3 easy steps for the people who are standing. And again, once you get your left side and right side completed, that's 1. All right, just as we were doing before. All right, everybody, let's get it up. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and that's 1 set. So we're gonna go.
Have fun.
Excellent. So number 3. You can do these exercises on the floor too. I know sometimes it might be harder for people to get off the floor, which is why I kind of try to avoid laying down generally for my workouts. So no, it's kind of limited to when I'm on the floor. So, but you can do some of the thigh exercises that we're doing today also on the floor. All right, so we're gonna go 1. All right, number 4. Remember to hit that core. Tighten up those glutes when you come out. Number 5. Halfway there, guys. 5 more. All right, number 7. At this point, I'm really starting to feel it in my glutes and in my hamstrings. My legs are killing me right now, so let's keep it going. 3 more to go, guys. All right, number 8. Let's finish out strong. All right, number 9. Up, let's get it one more time. Last one. Kick out. Up. Excellent job, everybody. Excellent job. Now come back to active rest. Really, because you're gonna be sore at this point. So what I want you to do is really just focus on your breathing and just take baby steps to kind of let the blood circulate, let that oxygen get to those sore areas. So we're gonna do active rest for about 10 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna slow it down. And we're gonna transition into our next exercise. Great job, everybody, if you're still here. All right, so what do we got next? All right, so you have alternative step and side kicks. All right, so this one you're actually gonna have to be standing for, unfortunately. So I'm gonna just take my chair, I'm gonna put it off to the side. This is something from my mixed martial arts background, because I always try to incorporate something from that style of either fighting or just discipline. So very simple. You actually can do it with the chair. Take that back for the modified version if you kind of just need to hold on to something. Or for my advanced people. So we're gonna be doing a very basic kick today. Again, a lot of the movements we were doing earlier with the chair, it's all kind of repeat itself. You're gonna just see a different variation of it, except each move is gonna be a little bit more disciplined. It's gonna require a little bit more advancement than the previous maneuver from before. So with this, you're gonna need your balance. You know, for anybody who fights with fights or who competes or whatever, always keep your hands up, or at least keep them up for your balance at the very least. So what we're gonna do is a very simple side kick. I'm gonna just step to the side so I give myself enough room. So when I was taught basic side kick, or step and side kick, I should say. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna kick out. So again, it's a little baby steps, almost like you're doing like a merengue and cumbia, little like a little 1, 2, and then you're gonna kick. Very simple. So it's kind of that same principle. So I'm gonna come over here for camera purposes. We're gonna step out with the right. 1. I'm gonna bring my left leg together. And what this does is actually causes momentum. And I know it may look a little weird because I'm doing it slow. You're like, how's it causing momentum? But when you do it really fast, it's one of those things where it's up and you put back. So that's the more fast advanced version. But for these purposes today, we're using it as a form of toning, a form of balance. And again, I'll do it with the chair in just a moment. Again, for this part, you have to be standing for today. All right, so we're gonna come, we're gonna 1, 2, and come up. Now what I want you to do when you bring your foot up, it's a side kick because my foot is going to the side. So if you see that, my foot is gonna look like this, where this is the, the pointy part of my shoe. And then the flat side is facing the bookshelf over here. So it almost looks, it's a side kick because of where it's landing on the shoe of my foot. So we're gonna come, we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, we're gonna come up, okay? I'm gonna do it from this side. So again, on the left side, it's gonna be the same thing essentially. We're gonna come out, we're gonna take 1 step, we're gonna do our momentum step, and then we're gonna come out, okay? So again, I'll show it one more time. So we're gonna go 1, 2 is our big step, and 3. The second step is incredibly important because again, it anchors you, it gives you momentum, but it also gives you enough force to put your legs that way and also to keep that way with power. And the same on either side, depending on where you're coming from. Oh, we'll get to it in a minute. We're gonna take this nice and slow. There's no need to rush it. One thing that one of my trainers always kind of implements when he's even teaching me is like, it's important that you work on yourself and that you take things slow. Speed comes with time, with accuracy, and with precision. The form is really all that matters, especially when you're learning something, because again, anybody can do something fast, doesn't mean they're doing it accurate. So, all right. So if you have your chair, this is important. So again, this is just gonna be my little different leverage. It's also gonna be if like I'm a little bit scared, I feel like I'm gonna fall over. And for anyone who needs a little bit more of a toned down version of it, I should say, it's not too modified because again, we're still standing. You don't have to have your leg out like all the way up here. Again, I'm a bit more advanced, so my legs can kind of vary on the degree of angle that I'm going. We don't want that for you. Very baby step. Again, step to the side. We're gonna hold onto our chair, so I'm gonna fall. Take our second step for momentum, and just come out. Very simple. So it's almost like for anyone who is standing with the chair and needs the help, it's almost like you're doing a side kick, except again, you're adding an additional step into it. So if you want to do that, that's another version of it. So it doesn't have to be as forceful, it doesn't have to be as precise. You know, again, we want to work on precision, but again, it comes with time. This is something that you're learning new. So I'm gonna get close to my chair and take my baby step, my momentum step, and we're just gonna come out, just like a little plie or something. We're just gonna come out and bring it back. Okay, so again, this is a more lesson degree. Again, just make sure that you're precise, make sure that your balance is there, take your 2 steps and then kick out. And for anybody else. Chair dragging. All right. So what I personally like to do, I like to do my 1, 2, up, and then I like to switch sides. So we're gonna alternate actually. So this is the part of the exercise where it gets a little bit more intense. Again, for anybody who's doing the chair though, I don't expect you to drag your chair all over the place. Stick to one side, get through your 10, and then switch the chair, okay? But for anybody who's with me who's standing, I want you to alternate sides. That's the whole point of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, which is the theme of today, as well as creating momentum. But at the end, we'll touch upon that message later, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is, I kind of like to keep my hands up here for writing purposes here, just to kind of keep them close. So again, 1, 2, up, okay? We're gonna go 1, 2, up, and that's 2. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, up, that's 3. 1, 2, up, excellent. We're gonna go 1, 2, up. Switch side. 1, 2, up. We're gonna go 1, 2, up. Let's go on number 7. 1, 2, up. switch sides. 1, 2, up. Excellent job, everybody. 2 more. So we're gonna go 1, 2, up. Gonna go 1, 2, up. Last one. Let's switch our sides. 1, 2, and up. Excellent job, everybody. All right, so we can come back to our active rest. Only have to tell you guys, you take a sip of water and use the bathroom break. Feel free to cut out for a couple seconds, couple minutes, come back. All right, so what we're gonna do is now, you guys know what to do. Active rest for 10 seconds. Get your heart rates up, get your lower body nice and loosened again. Because again, you're contracting a lot, you're tightening up your body, so now we kind of want to get that blood flowing again. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. All right. So again, this is actually going to be very simple. We're going to do the same movement again. Nothing's changed for modified people. If you were doing it on this side, switch your chair to that and just do your basic 10 for anybody else. Again, we're going to do the same thing and we're going to alternate sides. Okay. So again, we're going to do our second set and we're going to do another basic 10. So we're going to go 1, 2, kick. And I'm going to switch sides. 1, 2, kick. And we're going to switch sides. The steps you take in between are trivial. Don't mind me. I'm just kind of navigating back and forth to just challenge myself. But again, the most important is 1, your lead step, your second step of momentum, and then coming out with that kick, okay? All right, so this is number 3. So we're gonna go 1, 2, side kick. You also want to keep your hands here like I just did now. This is for balance and also too, so that if you feel like you're gonna fall over, this is to catch you, just so that you have something that you feel supported. Sometimes it's more of a mental thing too. It's a mental trick just to tell yourself, oh, I feel like my body feels safe, I'm grounded, I'm supported, I have something to hold on to. When in reality, you're just holding yourself here. All right, so that was number 3. So I'm gonna come over now. All right, so we're gonna do a 1, 2, side kick. All right, let's switch sides now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, side kick. Excellent. Let's switch sides. This is going on number 5. So we're gonna go 1, 2, side kick. Now come up. Ready? 1, 2. Excellent. One more, guys. So we're gonna go 1, 2, side kick. We're gonna come up. 2. All right. We're gonna do 3 more. So 1, 2, up. 2 more, everybody. So 1, 2, up. Last one. Okay. We're gonna do 1, 2, and finish on. All right, we're gonna come back. Active rest, guys, for 10 seconds. And then we're gonna alternate, okay? Guys, you're doing great. I'm so proud of everybody. All right, so we're gonna take it for 10 seconds. When you get to 5, start to tailor it out. Deep breaths. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know about you guys, but my body's starting to feel loose. I feel good. I feel like I'm nice and the body's flexible. She's mobile. Check in with yourself, see how you feel. If you have to stretch, you have to take a minute, step aside, do what you gotta do. Okay. So the next one that we are going to do, so I'm going to be incorporating some punches and a couple of things. And a lot of what I said at the earlier beginning, a lot of it is redundant, but it all kind of takes pieces, almost like a beautiful puzzle piece. We're taking little bits to create new exercises so that it all kind of flows together. Okay, for this exercise, actually, we could stand or we could sit, which is the beautiful thing. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to start by standing, and then I'm going to transition to the seat, whichever is easiest for you guys. All right, so for all my people who know my mixed martial arts background, I always come back to my punches, my basic 1-2s, like the salt and the pepper, right? The salt for flavor, the pepper for power. All right, so we're going to come up, we're going to get into our basic stance. What was it? So I'm a righty, so my lead foot is actually going to be my left. This is like my directional left, my directional foot. My right is kind of like my pivot foot, and it's where my power comes from. Because normally when you punch, you come up from all of your body, especially women. We're very power heavy here. If you have bigger thighs like I do, or bigger legs or calf muscles. Again, we're not going to get too much into the specifics because again, this is just kind of for stance and formality. So, but if you are a righty, what you're going to do is your right leg is going to come back. You see how my leg is angled this way where it's sort of flat, but it's on a horizontal. And again, my left leg is pointing towards the camera. So we're just gonna come up where I feel nice and centered. No one can easily knock me over. I can move, I can wiggle. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring your hands up in front of your face, like a nice little square, not too close where if you get like hit or something, if you get hurt. And again, this is just setting you for just for the basics of this exercise. This is not about self-defense or anything, but it can be in the event, just to always protect your face at all times, which is something I always advocate. So we're gonna come up now and we're gonna do a basic 1, 2. So it's gonna be like the left that pops out, the 2 that comes over. So it's gonna go 1, 2. And you see how my body, like, we're gonna shift forward with our 1 and our 2, we're gonna incorporate all of our bodies. So it's gonna go 1, 2. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come 1, 2. So we're gonna do all 4 of those moves together. So we're gonna do the 1 punch, the 2 punch, and then we're gonna do high knees. So again, we're incorporating the beginning of this exercise now into the middle of it. Again, we're gonna be really focusing on our core today, as well as now we're gonna be moving our upper body, which is why I had you do all those exercises at the very beginning. So very simple. I'm gonna show how seated now. And this is something though too, which is beautiful seated, because all you gotta do is scoot a little bit, do your punches, and do everything that we've already been doing now. And now you can perfect it if you're actually sitting down now. So this is ideal if you sit down or stand up. I'm gonna stand because again, it's a little bit better for me. It's good for my knees, or at least for me to stand. I don't have to sit too much. So you're gonna come up here. Again, the stance is going to change because again, you are sitting down. I don't expect you to kind of go like this to get into your fighting stance. You're not gonna do that. People who are sitting, you're gonna keep your feet flush, but you are gonna keep your hands in front of your face. So it's gonna go 1, 2, and when you do the 2, just like I was standing before, you're gonna throw your body into it. So again, 1 is the salt punch for flavor, and 2 is the power, okay? So 1 is to keep your opponent away, 2 is the knockout punch. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm gonna show it again. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's gonna be 1, all right? So if anybody has questions, let me know. Very simple. And again, if you are a lefty and it's the opposite for you, what you're gonna do is gonna go the reverse. So if you're sitting down, the right is gonna be the salt and your left is gonna be the power. Sorry, that looked like more like a hug. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this is if you're a lefty, or if you want to challenge yourself too, you could go either way, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for this, if you notice, I had to come a little bit back, and I did that just so I could really target my abs. I don't want to be standing too much where I kind of feel like I'm forcing it. I'm coming back to kind of create that tension between back. You don't have to do that. I'm doing that because it feels a little bit more like I'm challenging myself. You could just come up and go 1, 2 after. Just make sure you're contracting the lower part of your body. Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna toss my chair to the side now. Okay, I'll do a quick time check before we start, just to see how we're doing. Excellent job, everybody. All right, so we got 15 minutes left. We're gonna focus on this, and then we're gonna do one more exercise, and then in the last like 10 or so minutes, 5 minutes, we're gonna do our cool down. We're gonna talk a little bit, and we're gonna do our stretches. Okay. All right, so we're gonna come now. All right, I'm gonna get in my fighting stance. Oh, and for anyone who is a left-handed fighter, it's going to be the reverse. Your right is gonna be your lead, your left is going to be your pivot, and it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Because I'm a righty, we're gonna keep it for these purposes, all right? So my beautiful ladies, let's get in your stance, hands up, and we're gonna just do a basic 10 and we're gonna walk through it, okay? So our first 1, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. And go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back into your stance, go, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, back into your stance, 1, 2, 3, 4. For these purposes, and for anyone who's sitting down too, I want you to pick up the pace a little bit because we're coming towards the end of our workout, and now's the time for you to push, okay? So we're going on number 4 now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Number 5, let's get it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you come up, really hit your core now, like really hit that right there. And when you throw, when you throw your left, when you throw your 1, I want you to go straight and bring it back. 2, you throw your body into it, and 3 and 4. Make sure you're bringing and you're contracting your core and hitting that mark. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent job, everybody. Let's get it. We got 3 more, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. 2 more, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more, everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 more, guys. Last one. All right, transition into your active rest now. I'm gonna take this for 10 seconds. And again, if you're sitting, make sure that you're moving those upper arms and lower body. Get your booty at the end of the chair. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. All right. We're gonna do 2 more sets of the same thing, so nothing's gonna change. And we're gonna do our 1, 2, and then we're gonna do our knees, okay? All right, let's bring it back, get into your stance. Make sure you're nice and loose and that your feet are not like this. I want your feet out so that you're in a nice little position where you feel stable and you can't be knocked over, okay? Again, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent job. This is going on number 4, I believe. Please pardon me if I mess up the count at all. Sometimes it's hard when you're talking and doing the exercise at the same time. So, all right, we're gonna pretend it's number 4. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Halfway there, guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ready? 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, number 6. 2, 3, 4. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 8. 2, 3, and 4. Bring it up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 more. And this is number 9. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. Active rest. We're gonna push a little bit. We're gonna breathe. When we get to 5, we start to taper off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job, everybody. All right, so we got our last set of 10. So now you're gonna push now for your last 10, okay? So again, it's gonna be very, very simple. It's gonna be our 1, 2, and then our double knees, okay? And then I'm gonna do another time check just so that we're coming towards the end of our workout. Okay, we're at 10-minute mark, we're doing great. All right, everybody, so we're gonna take our last set. You're gonna push for me now, whether you're standing up with me or you're sitting down. And we're gonna do it, okay? So again, stance together. Hands in front of your face. And if you guys are curious at all, before we start, one thing I want to tell you, if you ever do, a boxing, kickboxing, anything else like that, and if you actually been to one of my classes where I kind of go into a little bit of it, you'd be surprised, but a lot of the stuff that I do, even in the small parts of the minuscule parts of our working out, you're gonna see a lot of the stuff repeated. Majority of the time they have a pad in front of you, so for you to do high knees, someone's holding a pad for you, or if you do mitts with someone who's a boxing coach, the basic, the 1, 2, 1, 2, that's what you're doing now. So if you ever go to a class and you think of Coach K, make sure you come back to my classes, okay? All right, let's get it. So we're on our last time, right? Let's go, hands up, and start. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta push now. 8, 9. I want you to breathe out. 10, And we're gonna do one more. Ready, 1, 2, up, up, excellent. Fall back into active rest. We're gonna take it over 10 seconds. Really swing those arms. Open up the chest as you breathe. When you get to 5, slow your heart rate down. Deep breaths. 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can still move towards the end. You don't have to stop abruptly. I don't like to do that in any of my classes. With a walk, pace, whatever you gotta do. Bring it back to center, home. Excellent job, everybody. All right. So I'm gonna skip the last part of today's workout, which was gonna do pulsing squats, just because I think we did a lot of leg work today. I think you guys killed it, did a phenomenal job. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition now into our breath work, into the message of today, and just a couple stretches. We might be getting on the floor. I haven't decided yet for this last little part of it. All right, so we're just gonna take a quick time check just to see where we're at. We got 8 minutes, which is perfect. You guys want, you can come take a seat with me. If you need water, now's the right time to get it. I'm still waiting on my Dunkin' Donuts sponsorship, but I'll be waiting for a little bit. All right, everybody. So take a sip of water, come sit with me. If you're on your couch or if you're seated already, excellent. You're just gonna have your body to the floor. So feet flush. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come and we're gonna just focus on our breath work. And we're gonna do that for a couple minutes. All right, so what I want you to do, everyone who's on camera with me, if you're at home or if you're at your job, wherever you are, I want you to close your eyes. And we're gonna take 3 deep breaths and we're gonna breathe in through our nose and we're gonna let it out deep through our mouth, okay? So what that's gonna look like is we're gonna close. We're gonna come home. And when I say come home, you're coming home to yourself. We're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna hold it. And we're gonna breathe out hard. And when you breathe out hard, I want you to breathe out as to the point where you almost feel like your abs contracting. I know it's been a big theme for today. But again, core strength was a really big thing that I wanted to promote today. So we're gonna take 2 more deep breaths. And if you want, I'm gonna just put my hands on my knees here. If you're sitting down on the floor, that's fine. You can do a little crisscross. Or if you're standing though too, if you want for these purposes, everyone just sit. This is your rest period. You earned it. Deep breaths. One more. As you're doing your deep breathing exercises, if you're sitting with me, I want you to take your right leg, bring it up and over. And what I want you to do is sort of pull it into your chest a little bit. You can keep your eyes closed as you do this and just focus on your breathing. We're gonna just be stretching out our muscles, specifically our hip and pelvic muscles. Just gonna hold that for a couple seconds. For anyone who's got limited mobility, you could just bring your hip up as best you can. You don't have to force it. We're gonna bring our leg out. We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna take my left leg. I've shown these exercises before too, laying on the ground, but for these purposes today, we're just gonna do them in the chair. So I have my left leg up. I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm bringing my left foot. I'm angling my knee away to towards the camera, and I'm bringing my foot toward myself. And it's gonna target this area here, further back. And we're just gonna hold it now for a couple seconds. We're gonna bring it down. We're gonna do that one more time, the alternate side. We're gonna come up. While you're doing this, I just want you to focus on your breath. One more time. And then we're gonna come up now, off the chair. Your legs are gonna be farther than shoulder width apart, almost like in your tree trunk stance. Or what you're gonna do now is you're gonna bend forward with me and you're gonna lean towards me like you're leaning to grab me through the camera. And we're gonna bend forward. And we're gonna reach out like we're reaching out towards each other. I'm gonna actually, for my balance purposes, I'm gonna have my feet and have them go outward. So that way I can get a little bit lower so I can start to target my hamstrings because they're gonna be a little bit tight with everything that we've done today. So what I want you to do is arch your back and come forward, and we're gonna hold now for a couple seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna come down. Now I'm gonna point my heels towards the camera, so my feet are no longer like this, they're like this. And we're gonna come down, and I'm gonna go towards the bookshelf now. So before I was out here towards you guys, I'm coming in, almost like I'm curling into myself. And when you start to feel the pull, that's good, just tense it, but not too much. Hold out for 5 seconds. Then we're gonna come up. I'm gonna adjust my footwork. And we're gonna go back a little bit. So again, just make sure that you're standard in your chair. Excuse me, that you're centered and you're standing. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna come up now. We're gonna reach toward the ceiling. Just hold it now for a couple seconds. Remember to breathe during this time and open up your rib cage as you breathe. All right, we're gonna kick forward again towards the camera. We're gonna hold it. And now we're gonna go down. Again, feet flat now, just so I have my balance. And we're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. All right, we're gonna come up. We're gonna come back home. If you have your chair, feel free to use it. So we're gonna come up now. I'm just gonna do a heel to butt stretch real quick so that we don't run out of time. And also too, this is gonna help your quads. And we're just gonna hold it now for 5 seconds. Focus on your breath while you do this. Now we're gonna switch feet. Just gonna do a quick time check. We got a minute. So what I want you to do for our last stretch, we're just gonna come almost like in a squatting position. Or we're just gonna sit for a little bit for about a second or so. Just gonna open up those thigh muscles and our glutes too. Just gonna hold it for a couple seconds. Just squat a little bit. You're gonna really just sink into your glutes. And we're gonna come up. I'm gonna do that one more time. So my knees are, excuse me, my feet are out like this for balance purposes, and then we're gonna come down like we're going into a squat. We're just gonna anchor down, and we're gonna really sit with our booties. And we're gonna come up. We're gonna take 2 more deep breaths. 1 more. Excellent job, everybody. The last little bit, because I know we only have like a minute left. So the message for today was about creating momentum and stepping outside of your comfort zone, which sort of go hand in hand with each other. So with this idea of creating momentum, what it really means is if you're trying to bring a change to your life, if it's positive, whether it's financial, your housing situation, whether you're trying to get into grad school like myself, or trying to lose weight maybe for the summer, whatever it is, creating momentum just means taking that step towards change and actively staying on top of it. So today, if you were first in my class, welcome to Coach K's family. You're a part of the CrossFit for now. So in any event, just continue to show up for yourself and create consistency in your life, and also celebrate the little wins. And again, after creating momentum and kind of creating that force in your life, the next part of it is maintaining it. So with that, I'm going to leave it out to upstairs for Z to take it away and for us to end class. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'm actually going to be here for our first workout in May.